Hey, welcome to another episode of Dave's Imaginations. Today I got a special surprise. I've written my first adventure now. I've written many adventures over my days, but this is the first adventure I've ever published. I put it on DM's Guild, and it's the first product I've ever put on DM's Guild, and I'm going to talk about it in this video. Stay with me. So, yes, and apparently when you put something on DM's Guild, you become an affiliate, which means I'll put a link at the bottom of this video that if you click on that and you go buy something on DM's Guild, I'm gonna get a small cut, right? This, I think they said 8%. Not nothing. No change to the cost to you, but that makes me affiliate, and I have to disclose that. So, and this is a shameless plug for my own product, my first product ever. I'm excited. It's my channel. I'm going to talk about it. The product I created is called Persephone. It's a small adventure. It's only 12 pages long. A small adventure designed for first level characters. My gaming group, my regular gaming group, is on Thursday nights, and we play, and we are starting a new campaign. And I was looking for a first level adventure, and I started thinking, what should I put my players through? I wanted something that would allow them to develop the characters without giving them a horrible amount of risk. The first level in Dungeons & Dragons and many different role-playing games is super treacherous for the first level characters. They easily die, right? They have low hit points, they don't have a lot of abilities, and you throw them in any dangerous situation, they're gonna die. And so as I was thinking about, well, what if dying wasn't that bad, right? So in this game of Persephone, I've created it based off of the old movie Groundhog's Day. You might remember Groundhog's Day was a cynical weatherman finds himself trapped in a time loop. The Harold Ramis 1993 movie Groundhog's Day. The weatherman finds himself reliving the same February 2nd day over and over again. Initially, this time loop frustrates him, but eventually it leads him on a journey of self-improvement and personal growth and love as he learns to use the repeated day to better himself and help others. So that is what I've done with this. I created this Persephone game based off of the Groundhog's Day tradition, quite possibly originated from Northern European agrarian myths, which signaled farmers when to plant, and may have been influenced by ancient Greek beliefs about Persephone. Persephone, a Greek god, her return from the underworld, marking the start of the planting season. And based on that, I looked up what Persephone was, and thus the name of the luck charm, the magic luck charm that I call Persephone. Now, what is Persephone? Persephone, I see, is just a small idol of a woodland creature. Some people like to call it a beaver. It doesn't have a tail of a beaver. I think of more of a woodchuck, or perhaps even a groundhog. It's a little small for a groundhog, but think of it that way. So, and in my mind, I was using the woodchuck from Caddyshack, and in our game, I actually created a little video to have him dance every time my characters might die, because in this game, the DM is encouraged to kill your characters early and often to establish the repetition, the time loop of Persephone. Persephone, the game, begin with the end in mind. The player characters receive the good luck charm Persephone as a reward for saving a halfling's life. It turns out that possessing Persephone, this magic idol that gives them good luck, throws the adventurers in a time loop that they can only escape by giving the good luck charm away. But all of the townspeople are aware of Persephone and want no part of it. Can the adventurers save a missing cow? Can the adventurers find a missing cow and return to the farmer? Can they prevent a pie theft? Can they prevent a barn catastrophe? Can they make peace with the local goblins? Can they liberate the local bridge from the giant half-troll, half-ogre monstrosity that is controlling the bridge and charging exorbitant tolls? Can they do all these things? Will they do all these things? Will our characters be the heroes and bend the luck and save the day for all these things? Can they do all these? Can they achieve all these goals and save the day and help the town out? Or are they cursed? Are they doomed to relive the same day for eternity? That is the premise of Persephone. So with the story in mind, I started jotting down, thinking through what the characters would do step by step, the first encounter, the second encounter. But the trick of this thing was it's a timeline thing. So you have timeline A, you have timeline B, you have timeline C. If you do timeline A, there are many things that happen in timeline A. You may not be able to do all the different things you can do if you focus on one thing in timeline A, right? But if timeline A happens, then there's things that could happen in timeline B. And based on how and what your party does, it can affect what happens in the town, what they can and cannot do. So that is the foundation of the party. So I thought all that through. I gave out many options for the many different timelines. It's all in the document, in the book, if you would. And so I got that all down on a piece of paper. I got it written all out. And when I was happy with it, I sent it to a group of editors. Now, the group of editors, there really were my family, my wife, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, and a best friend. We sent it to them. They were all, actually, I was very happy that they were very happy and excited, interested in doing some proofreading. I went to these group of people. Thank you, Chris, April, Carol, and Glenn. 4 people took a look at it, and they helped me with the editing. They proofread it, right? And then we made corrections until I was happy. And finally, it was done. It was done. And normally with my game, I'm throwing images at my group. I distance myself a little bit from virtual tabletops, and it's a memory hog. It slows down my videos, but I have been putting up images. I'll introduce a scenario. I'll throw up a picture to represent that scenario to help them understand what I'm talking about, and then from that picture we'll talk about, or they'll talk through how they're going to handle the scenario. But with that, I use ChatGPT 4.0 to create many of those images. And the DM's Guild community, there's a certain vocal portion of them that have a large disdain for AI. What do you think of AI? Would you buy a product on DM's Guild if you knew that AI was involved in the creation? I wonder. I think I would. As long as it was good, I wouldn't care how it was generated. However, I do see the argument that too much AI could possibly be lessening your need for an artist, lessening your need for a writer, and taking them away their jobs, lessening the demand for their work. I get that. Yeah, so I can understand why there'd be a vocal. But what do you think? Do you look for that? Would you care? I probably, if it was overtly AI and you could see errors, I would care, and I probably wouldn't buy it, but I would probably still buy it. But that is why. So I had created, with ChatGPT 4.0, I had created this image. I really liked this image. Very, very much. I created my first cover from Persephone off of this image. But as I contemplated more and more this vocal minority, I decided to commission a local artist. In Facebook, I belong to a group called D&D Fantasy Art. In that group, artists advertise looking for customers, and I found a couple. I sent Facebook Messenger messages to those direct messages to those couple artists and found one that I would liked, and I was able to negotiate, send my image back and forth, and we came up to a price, and we worked with him through the process. It was a great experience for me. Now this guy, he's international, and his English isn't so good. Matter of fact, I never talked to him on the phone or through any type of technology, not directly, but we did message back and forth. I showed him the image I liked a lot, and I said, I want exactly that. And we came to a price, and it was a special price with the commercial license, so that I could put it on the cover of my product. I told him exactly how I was going to use it. We came to an agreement, and then he took me through this process. And I can show a couple of those images. We start from the first shot, and then a couple of the other shots as we went. Finally, he had his final draft, which I liked very much. And so there was give and take throughout this process so that we could get the image. So I was happy and he was happy. And in the end, we ended up with this image. Now, he didn't put the words other than my "by Dave Scott," right, in the wood grain of the table. He added that. I had him add that. That was part of the conversation. But finally, we came back. I put the wording on here, and that became the cover for my book. Also, I had him do another version of the picture without the idol in the middle, so I could use it as a back cover, and I used it as the watermark. And so with that, in my process of making it, I use products. I use Microsoft Word, right? I'm a Word guy. And I also use PowerPoint. I use PowerPoint for a little bit of the arrangement of typesetting. I don't know if that's the right word, but the positioning of things on the page. And then when I was happy with that, that is how I created the image for the cover. That is also how I created the image for the back cover. So you can see that here. Here's the back cover. And then inside the book, I use a watermark, a really faded out version of that second image as the background for all the pages. So and we can flip through it real quick here, just give you a couple examples of what it looks like. So there's no, in this particular product, there is no other art, just the one cover art. I do reference a link for an encounter with the troll, and so the people would have to go find that other. It's a bridge with a cave underneath it. That's what it is. And then the town is really 5 buildings with a couple other locations, and really theater of mine is pretty easy to say, hey, you go this place, you go to that place. I didn't think a map was really needed. I didn't do one. Now for my game, I did have one. I can show it here, but this was just mine. I didn't think it was good enough to put in my product. So, but that's what I did. So the only image in the whole thing is this one image on the cover, and as well as my logo and the artist logo. It's all in there. Everything's credited. And then we go through the story. And then when it was done and edited and we were all happy with it, and I was happy with it, I put it on DM's Guild. And this is my first ever product. I'm so excited. In the last 24 hours, 2 of them have been purchased. Now, one of them was my best friend. And I suspect one of the other one was another friend or family. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see how this product does, and I'll leave it out there. There's a link below, right? The link below is the affiliate link that I was sent in an email saying, hey, send us your friends and friends in your marketing to have them. And then if you go and you get this and you happen to find anything else, I also get a little 8% from those other purchases. I think they said for the next, 5-10 days, something like that, as long as you use that. And it's no extra cost to you, so that's pretty cool. So what do you think? Have you ever written an adventure? If you do get that, if you do take a look at Persephone, let me know how you like it. I want that feedback. I might adjust my other products. I do have 2 other projects I am currently working on. Hopefully in the next month to 6 months, I'll get those out there as well. I should also say, Persephone, I did take my Thursday night crew through Persephone. We did have fun with it. I can put links to those live videos. Now, this is part of my greater campaign, the Ire of Mordrock, right? And so that is intermingled in it. But you should be able to get the sense of what this adventure is through these 2 live broadcasts. Now, if it were me watching it, I always watch live broadcasts in 2x speed. 1.5 speed probably would be good too. Just it helps take out some of the gaps, right? And it is very much an over-the-shoulder type of live broadcast of the game. We had fun with it, and I think you would too. So a little shameless plug for my product. I hope you go check it out. Go buy it and a whole bunch of other stuff so I can build up my credit in my DM's Guild. But in all seriousness, I hope you do check it out. I had a lot of fun making it, and I think you'll have a lot of fun playing it too. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate it. And while you're down there, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And I think a future video I will show. I did record the process as I put the product on DM's Guild, so that if you were interested, anyone out there interested in developing a product, put it on DM's Guild, you could see exactly how you could do that. So that'll be a future video, and maybe I'll even link it also after I do it. I'll put it back in the notes below. So thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.